people always ask us how to make a broken pot planter, and the best way that we know how to do that is to find a pot in our pottery graveyard that has a crack from the top all the way to the bottom. In a lot of these cases, if you pull on that loose panel, it's going to come away and hopefully give you a nice open place to plant in. So I found one here. We're going to take this out. It's got a kind of a loose edge on it because of this big crack. And if we pull, we'll see what happens. There we go. That'll do it. So now we're ready to make some smaller portions of the pottery from the remaining piece. We're ready to go over here with a good pot to plant in, but take the rest, and I took this pickaxe, and it's got a sharp flat blade on it. And with that side, I want to go right in the center and see if I can make this thing crack. Perfect, I think we can make that work. So now I'm going to choose the plants for our planter. I want to look for an assortment of color and different heights and also textures. And the idea is that I lay them out in the cart as I go along so that I can get an idea of what's contrasting the most dramatically. The next step is to try and position our wall, which is going to be the wall against our staircase. And the way we do that is get an idea of where we want it to be. I'm going to actually have it right about there. And we're going to pour soil so that it locks it in place, and we don't have to worry about moving that piece anymore. So first things first, we always plug up the big drain holes with some extra spare pieces of pottery. This helps for the soil not to fall through when you're watering it. And then we're going to use cactus mix because you need as much drainage as possible with succulents. So I'm going to just go ahead and fill and lock this in place. Now that I've done the front, I'm going to fill up the whole back, and that's going to give me the pressure I'm looking for to hold this wall up. Another thing that's important to do is if you have any rough edges left from your broken pottery, use a metal file to smooth out the edges. You want to take off any rough, sharp, jagged pieces. So the next step, we're going to add slowly our staircase. I'm using saucers that we have on 20% off, so the price is right. I grabbed a stack of them, and I'm going to turn them upside down so that the water will not collect in them. And I'm just going to lay the first one right in here, and we're going to add a little bit of soil as we go. So now that I've got the hardscape all laid out, it took a little bit of playing around with it to make sure that everything's stable in there. I added a support underneath the staircase with a big piece of pottery to prop this up. And I also tried to make sure that each of the stairs were level because it looked better that way. So I'm all ready to go with my plants. As always, what I like to try to do is lay them out and get an idea of where I think they're gonna go first. That way I know if I need to get some more before I get started and have an idea of where I'm headed. So I know I want to put these ones right here up in this area. I'm going to plant a little guy here, and then I'm also going to plant out this area here. So let's get started.